may be troubles ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance.
As curtains close for the Brewhouse Theatre, local people react in surprise and questions are raised over the collapse of first local council, then Arts Council funding of Taunton's principal performance venue.
I was very shocked. I didn't realise it was in such poor state and that things were as they were. My son was connected to the gang show, so over the years I just felt sort of just part of Taunton and part of something exciting that we could do, and it sort of added to the culture of the town. And now I feel there's not much culture left in Taunton really. It's very sad, and I hope that there's a way to get it back again.
A lot of my friends and I attend the Brewhouse intermittently, and we are absolutely shattered the fact that it has closed. It is one place of culture, and there's not that much culture in Taunton, and we would all try and do our very best to get it open again.
I think it's almost like a disaster. It's actually a case of the local authorities knowing that they're underfunded and are now trying to do their utmost to get it back open, but it's a question of now trying to close the stable door after the horse is bolted.
Well, we've been coming to the Brewhouse since we've lived in Somerset, and I think it's so sad that these places are closing, because it's another closure of what the youngsters can do. It's a necessity, and it's just so sorry that they're doing all these cuts.
Yeah, I've been to a few plays there, with schools, because I went to school quite locally. And then my band got our first ever gig there, which helped us loads. And we played another gig there as well, and we nearly filled it up with quite a lot of young people. And now it's closed, so we haven't really got anywhere in Taunton to play now. So we have to go much further out to look for venues to play.
Through swift action via social media, members of the public gathered in protest at the meeting of Taunton Deane Borough Council the following week. Turnout was even larger than expected and attracted the attention of radio and television news.
Well, we're representing Taunton Scout and Guide Gang Show, who've been performing in the Brewhouse for 23 years. This will be our 24th performance in the Brewhouse.
We've been already rehearsing since the 3rd of January, and we've already set the majority of our scenes. So to be told last week that we wouldn't be able to perform kind of put a real dampener on everybody's attitude at the rehearsals the weekend just gone, and a lot of the children were quite emotional and upset about it. I think it is a tragic loss. This is the county town of Somerset, and we now don't have a theatre. And the excuses that we've been given about the capacity that the theatre holds, not being able to get the big acts coming in, well, it's not always about the big acts. It's about the local communities, the youth organisations, the people that actually use it and enjoy it and build their confidence with it to go on to better things.
I feel it's an absolute tragedy, both for me personally and for the town. A county town has had its heart and soul ripped out with the Brewhouse closing, and it's a central part to a lot of people's lives. And we want to go on encouraging professional companies to come to our theatre. And my concern is that if it is just a community theatre, which is good, but if it's just for Amdram, these professional companies will perhaps not want to come if they think they're going to an amateur venue.
The formation of a voluntary collective has been suggested to help save the facility, and speculative plans have been discussed with financial administrators.
We're a members organisation for groups, organisations and individuals in Taunton to join together and work together so theatre survives in central Taunton. And we've got two messages because we're talking to the administrator. The first one is we must work together. The second one is that we can't simply repackage the old Brewhouse.
Despite the enthusiasm of those who gathered, only 25 individuals were admitted to sit at the public meeting, whose agenda was decided prior to Brewhouse closure. The entire council then voted against discussion of the theatre at these proceedings. Speaking with one voice, the public have united to meet and generate ideas for keeping the centre open. Your support is invaluable if we are to prevent the disappearance of Taunton's Brewhouse, a focus of culture that has brought young and old together for decades, a loss that might be felt for decades to come.